In today's video, I'm going to go over Lithuania's highest grossing restaurant chains. These are the chains of cafes, eateries, and restaurants that reported the highest revenues for 2023. Hopefully it's clear that highest grossing does not equal the best places to go. Maybe these places are just the most convenient, maybe they're a sign of the current economic climate, maybe they just have a lot of different locations across the country, set up in all the right places across cities. Well, there are just a lot of factors beyond the taste of food and drinks, and the level of customer service. But without further delay, let's look at the highest grossing restaurant chains in Lithuania with data coming from 2023 as reported by LRT. Let's make this a little more exciting and go from the lowest on the list in 10th spot and work our way up to the number 1 highest grossing restaurant chain in Lithuania in 2023. So if you follow Lithuanian media, you'll already know the answer, but for people stumbling on this video in the future, it might actually be more interesting. So at number 10 is the cafe chain known as Vero Cafe. The company's revenue in 2023 was 9.97 million euro, with a reported profit of 110,000 euros after all the bills were paid. Nice. Next on the list in spot number 9 is the wrap and kebab chain known as Yummy. The parent company goes by the name Kulverstuke, and these guys posted a revenue of 10.44 million euros in 2023. Their profit after all the bills were paid was 2.2 million euros. My wife and I have had Yummy wraps and kebabs on occasion, but it amounts to about once or twice per year, and well, I guess they're not too bad when you need a quick meal and there's nothing available at home to create something yourself. In 8th place is the company Togri, but you'll be more familiar with their brands Pizza Express and Crisperia. In 2023, Togri's revenue was a little over 12 million euros. LRT reports that they had a profit of 2.01 million euros, but strangely, the well-established business reporting site Rekvisite reports that their profit in 2023 was a little over 1.7 million euros. As you'll see with the upcoming restaurant groups on this list, when the parent companies have multiple brands, it's quite hard to distinguish which restaurant is more popular. Like in this case, maybe most of the sales went to Pizza Express and far less went to Crisperia. But that information isn't publicly available. Fun fact though, there is a much more popular chain of pizzerias with the same name, Pizza Express. I'm sure many people who have been to the UK or are watching from the UK already know this. I think legally, the popular UK company doesn't have a space between the two words. In addition to this UK Pizza Express having restaurants all over the United Kingdom, you'll also find them in 12 other countries, from the UAE to India to Singapore, and more. But there is no relation to the Pizza Express you'll find in Lithuania. I suppose if they ever wanted to get into the Lithuanian market, they would have to operate under a different name. That's my guess anyways. But well, moving on to the 7th spot is Sushi Express, which is a subsidiary of the company Fresh Projects. Their revenue was 12.66 million euros, and LRT said they had a profit in 2023 of 1.1 million euros, although Rekvisite lists their profit as 986,273 euros. There are loads of sushi places across Lithuania, and particularly in the cities, and definitely in Vilnius. Sushi Express and their bright green branding has to compete with so many other sushi joints around the town. Another big sushi chain in Vilnius is Sushi City. In spot number 6 is the parent company of the chains Fortas and Etnodvaras, a company called Restoranu Grupe Fortas. This company generated revenues of 13.25 million euros. LRT says they had a profit of 580,000 euros, but Rekvisite says it was 453,414 euros for 2023. Fortas is a higher-end restaurant and the type of place you might go to celebrate a special event, at least more so than the other places on our list. Their cuisine isn't so much Lithuanian-focused, but somewhat pan-European, ranging from beef stroganoff to Wiener Schnitzel to duck à l'orange, lasagna, and pizza. And then I think most visitors to Lithuania will already be familiar with Etnodvaras. This chain of restaurants is often recommended as a quick and easy place to go to try traditional Lithuanian cuisine. And since they have 2 restaurants in the Vilnius Old Town, I think they capture a lot of the tourist traffic. I've been there myself a few times. I can't complain. And then at the halfway point on our list is the company known as Neragauta Asia. Under the management of this company are the restaurants Manami, Guacamole, Walkout, and Eat Sushi. Last year, Neragauta Asia generated revenues of 13.56 million euros, and they posted a profit of 843,439 euros, according to Rekvisite. Minami was one of the first places I experienced on my early visits to Vilnius as a tourist, like 7 years ago, before I moved and settled here. The food isn't amazing, it's okay, and the prices are decent. Their locations, at least in Vilnius, are pretty nice. One is right in the middle of all the action on Vilnius Street, and the other is on the upper floor of the Cup or Top shopping center. If you go to that one, the best part is scoring a window seat to get a great view of the Neris River while you enjoy your meal. In spot number 4 is iLunch, a chain of business lunch restaurants that I made a video about a little while ago. Their parent company is Innovativus Restaurante, and they posted a revenue of 14.86 million euros in 2023. Their profit during that year, according to Rekvisite, was 710,495 euros. In spot number 3 is a company known as Delano. This one is a little confusing since it's the name of the parent company, but it's also the name of some of the restaurants. LRT says that Delano, the parent company, has 60 outlets in Lithuania. There are 2 Delano self-service restaurants, 6 self-service restaurants called 12, a self-service restaurant called Seat and Eat, and then 21 can pizza restaurants, and 30 cave cafes. Notably, these restaurants and their parent company are owned by Nerijus Numa through the even higher parent company Vilniaus Prekyba, which I also previously made a video about. 33.99 million euros was what they brought in for 2023, and their 2023 profit was listed as 3,583,893 euros. I don't have too high of an opinion about can pizza restaurants. I don't think it's somewhere you would think to go to for good pizza, in my opinion. I've checked out some of the self-service restaurants, and they're not too bad. The place called 12 is where you pay for your food by the weight, while Delano sells things by the dish, and just like 12, it's all pre-cooked and ready to serve. In my opinion, going to Delano is a good way to quickly sample a variety of Lithuanian foods without all the formalities of a restaurant. We go to the Vilnius Acropolis Delano every now and then, and sometimes we take our out-of-town guests there too. And in number 2 spot is the parent company of Charlie Pizza, Cat Pedele, and La Crêpe. Politically focused Lithuanians will already know about these companies and will have boycotted them in 2022. That's because their parent company is Amber Food. And since Amber Food was associated with Kaunas mayor Visvaldas Matijošaitis, who continued to maintain business ties with Russia for most of the past 2 years, many people called for a boycott of all Amber Food brands. But with so many different brands, it's no wonder why Amber Food brings in so much money. In 2023, the company's revenue was 35.62 million euros, and they generated a profit of 560,367 euros. I don't think I've ever tried La Crêpe, but Charlie Pizza to me seems like a can pizza type of place, which, doesn't have the best pizza, but a convenient place to go for a quick meal with friends. Kapedele is often mentioned in the same way as Etnodvaras, a Lithuanian restaurant where foreigners can sample different traditional Lithuanian dishes. And finally, at spot number 1 is McDonald's. The parent company is Premier Restaurants, and they posted a revenue of 64.92 million euros in Lithuania in 2023. Rekvisite says that McDonald's Lithuania profit was 9.18 million euros, although LRT says that it was 10.9 million euros. I still haven't figured out why the numbers are different between the two sources, but oh well, it's a lot of money no matter which source you choose. I don't know if anything can be said about McDonald's, because everyone knows them. I guess they're popular because they have some of the best real estate in the best locations in Lithuania cities. That makes McDonald's a convenient place to go when you're limited on time and options. They also make their food available through some food delivery apps, well, just like everyone else these days. Since their stuff ranges from cheaper value or savor menu all the way up to those fancy gourmet burgers, it's no surprise that so many people in Lithuania have decided to spend their money at McDonald's for quick and easy meals. And so, what do you think of the highest earning restaurant chains in Lithuania? Were there any surprises for you? Let me know by leaving a comment. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoy this channel and want to support me in making more videos, please consider becoming a Patreon patron. There's a link down in the description for you to check out. Thanks so much for watching.